First one means something. I thought the Red Sox should go into this weekend looking for just a split. Get in, get out, and actually a split is all the Yankees want too. When you really think about it, New York led the Red Sox by 2 games in the wild card race. And if the Yankees come out with a 2-game lead, they would take that. So they're in good shape. Now, as a road team, you can't go in thinking we're going to win 3 out of 4 unless you win the opener, which is what the Red Sox just did. And by the way, they won the opener and have their 2 best starters going the next 2 nights. Brian Bayo, Garrett Crochet pitches on Saturday. Now, the Yankees are throwing Max Fried tonight against Bayo. Fried is their best starting pitcher. However, in his last 8 starts, Max Fried, honestly, has been lit up. I think he's allowing, his ERA in the last 8 starts is something like 6.80 or something like that. I'll see if I can get you the exact number. 6.80 is correct. And oddly enough, the Yankees with Max Fried on the mound and the Red Sox with Garrett Crochet on the mound have identical records. Both teams are 16-9. They're not facing one another. But anyway, the next couple of days are going to be pretty good down at Yankee Stadium. So here's what we're going to do tonight on the Baseball Hour. It's typically a Roundtable Friday, but by now you know that of the 26, 28 Fridays that exist during the course of a baseball season, we actually have the full Roundtable here for about 5 of them.
It's typically a Roundtable Friday. We got to stop saying that, Maz.
Okay, so it's called Roundtable Friday, but McCarthy is here. 617-779-0985. We'll take all of your thoughts right away on last night's game. And Matt, let me just run down quickly what we're going to hit on tonight. First of all, the win in and of itself, particularly as it relates to the bullpens. I'll get to more on that in a minute. Both the Red Sox and the Yankees went out of their way to improve. I shouldn't say out of their way. Let me rephrase that. Both the Red Sox and Yankees improved their bullpens in different ways. At the trading deadline, the Yankees, you could argue, assembled a super pen. Can we call it that, Jimmy Stewart? I think we can. The Red Sox took a much more passive approach, and Alex Spear wrote a story in yesterday's Globe indicating that both of those approaches at the deadline would be put on trial this weekend. Game number 1 and night number 1 went to the Red Sox. Super pen. Their bullpen pitched better in the final 4 1/3 innings of that game than the Yankees bullpen did over the final 4 innings.
Try to go super pen.
And frankly, that was the difference in the game. The super pen for New York did not pitch like a super pen. And despite the fact that Steven Matz gave up a triple, he ended up getting out of the inning. The Red Sox bullpen did not allow a run in this game. And remember, they were trailing 3-2 with the game in the middle innings and approaching the late innings before they went ahead, and Boston did not surrender another run. So that's on the table. Roman Anthony, his performance, especially the home run, that's on the table. Nathaniel, is it Lowe or Lau, McCarthy?
Lowe.
Okay, Nathaniel Lowe.
Brandon Lau, Nathaniel Lowe.
2 games, 2 big hits. And I'm not telling you I love the player or hate the player. I need to see more of him. And you want to talk about a lumbering guy? Nathaniel Lowe is that guy. We'll get to him as well. And the nature of the game last night. 3 hours, 25 minutes. It was a throwback, old school, Red Sox-Yankees playoff atmosphere type of game. And that is not necessarily all good. So again, 617-779-0985. McCarthy, what's your first thought?
I thought it was a tremendous baseball game. Yes, it was a long one, but it was a really entertaining and compelling product. One of my favorite games of the year. And it's not because the game was played all that well. In fact, one of the things that made it so compelling and so good and so entertaining is that I thought both teams really kind of sucked last night. I mean, the Yankees, 9 walks, 4 errors, 1 balk. Give me a break with that. Red Sox, getting runners picked off third base. They go, 3 for 19 with runners in scoring position. They walk 5 guys. But what I took away from it, and it's a big win for the Red Sox, and it's one of the most exciting wins of the year, and the way it ended was tremendous. But what I took away from it, Maz, is despite all the Red Sox flaws, look at the competition, look at the American League, and tell me why not the Red Sox. And yes, their flaws were on display last night too, in a big way. And I still don't believe, there are a lot of things about this team that I don't believe in, but I just don't believe in anybody else. I don't. I think the quality of competition, and you saw it again with the Yankees last night in the American League, just isn't good enough. Why not the Red Sox?
So let me ask you the question, and this is one for the listeners too. What did last night's game, who did it say more about? Boston or New York?
I still think it said a little bit more about the Yankees, but the Red Sox have found ways to win a lot of games this year despite not hitting with runners in scoring position, despite too many strikeouts, despite boneheaded plays, despite poor managerial decisions, which you saw in the fourth inning last night with Cora bringing the infield in. And yet we look up and they're 11, 12 games over 500, and I just don't think there's anything to separate them from the rest of the competition in the American League. But if I'm a Yankees fan, I'm apoplectic after that loss last night. Again, 9 walks, 4 errors, 1 balk. How do you keep doing stuff like that?
So I don't know if you heard this stat earlier in the day,
Matt.
It's
great.
It was in a story in The Athletic that the Yankees, as you said, committed 4 errors and issued 9 walks in that game. The last time the Yankees did that in a game was 1912.
1912.
113 years ago.
I think Taft was president and Smokey Joe Wood was pitching for the Red Sox.
So now there were 2 ways to look at a stat like that, right? Like you can look at that and say, well, that's a fluke. I mean, that's not going to happen again. It took 112 years or 113 years for it to happen again. So not likely that the Yankees are going to do the same thing tonight. And yet I will tell you, yes, there is. Because although Max Fried throws a crap ton of strikes, so that probably brings down the odds right out of the gate. But I will tell you that this Yankees team, I joke about this, but it's certainly it's partially true. The Red Sox and the Yankees are vying for a second place in the division right now in the top wildcard spot. They might also be vying for the title of dumbest team, stupidest team in the American League, if not the American League East. Because that play last night by the Yankees was colossally stupid. And speaking of stupid plays, Jimmy Stewart, I don't think I put this on the rundown, but the pickoff at third base, please, I think we may have played it earlier. So this play happened in the second inning, and we got into it a little bit on Felger and Maz. I want to get into it a little bit more here. David Hamilton at third base. Luis Gil is on the mound, and Hamilton strays from the bag while Gil is standing on the dirt but not on the rubber. And Hamilton has his head down, drifts off the bag. He starts talking to Kyle Hudson, the third base coach. Gil recognizes that they're having a conversation and that Hamilton is not standing on the base, and this happens.
This is a big weekend for the Yankees. So if they come in with a 5-game winning streak here in possession of the first wild card spot, it's a toss over to third, and Hamilton's napping gets the Yankees the second out of the inning. Wow. This is... We're current the video in this inning. It's a guy who just got called back up to the major leagues today. Over there talking with the third base coach, Kyle Hudson, but not paying attention to Gil. It's like Christmas morning gift exchange.
Okay, so I would have preferred to hear a little bit more from Smoltz in that particular situation. Can happen.
That would involve him being interested in the broadcast, Maz.
So now look, I don't expect him to take the approach that you take on talk radio and sit there and say, well, the guy had his head up his ass. So, you get what you deserve in that situation. How about complete lack of awareness? And if you're going to talk to the third base coach, when the pitcher's got the ball, don't get off the bag. It's one of the first things they teach you at any level. Don't get off the bag if you're not paying attention. Stand there. And in fact, make sure that the ball goes back to the mound before you get off the bag, but then pay attention. And Hamilton's taken a lot of heat for this, as he should. The other guy should take heat for it as the third base coach.
Yeah, Kyle Hudson has not had himself a good few days, huh?
Wow. Talk about 2 guys with their heads up their asses. So if you're a Red Sox fan and you want to call and mock the Yankees tonight for playing the kind of sloppy game that they played, and they did, fine, no problem. Don't think you covered yourself in any kind of glory last night. The competition for the win was tight. So is the competition for stupidity. It works both ways. And there are still 3 days left in this series. So let's see how this all goes. But I will tell you, I think the Red Sox now need to readjust their goals and go for 3 wins.
Couldn't agree more. I mean, your 2 best pitchers are going in the next 2 nights, right? I mean, theoretically, you have the pitching matchup disadvantage tonight with Fried going. But to your point, Fried has not pitched well lately. Cora feels very strongly about his left-handed mashing lineup, his platoon lineup. So let's see it work tonight. And then Crochet goes tomorrow in what is a really sneaky big start for him. I don't even know if it's all that sneaky, Maz. 2 outings ago in Houston has his worst start of the year. Bounces back against Miami, but that's Miami at home. Let's see if Garrett Crochet looks like the Garrett Crochet that we saw against the Yankees at Fenway earlier this year. Because you do just wonder, right? I mean, with the innings that he has thrown this year, is he going to eventually hit a wall? And if there's a moment where he's going to hit a wall, Yankee Stadium on a Saturday night in the biggest series of the year can't be it.
So you mentioned the left-handed starter for New York and the right-handed lineup for Boston. We all know what that means. Romy Gonzalez in the lineup. Typically, you'd see Rob Refsnyder in there too. But tonight, instead, Yostinson Garcia, the password, batting 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Batting 5th in his major league debut. And I should tell you in advance that his numbers against left-handed pitching in the minor leagues were out of this world. He's a lefty killer. He'll make his Red Sox debut tonight, and so now we're starting to see more guys. You might see some pitching come up from the minor leagues here down the stretch as the Red Sox fortify their roster. And by the way, this also relates to the trade deadline. If these guys come up, Garcia comes up, and Peyton Tolley comes up, because there's now speculation that we'll see him in the final month of the season. And these guys have an impact on the roster, and the Red Sox win the top wildcard spot, maybe even win the division. Let's just theorize. And get into the postseason and make a run, and the trading deadline does not hurt them, then we can take a new look at that deadline and determine that maybe the Red Sox played it right. Although I would argue some of these guys should have been here earlier, specifically Roman Anthony.
Agreed.
We'll get to him. We'll get to the Yankees' mistakes, all of that tonight on the Baseball Hour. And plenty to talk about with this big series against the Yankees, which is nice to have for the first time in quite a while. We'll do all that when we come back.
The Baseball Hour with Tony Mass.
Hey, it's Maz for Bigelow Tea, and you know what I like more than anything? Flexibility, choices, options. So what does that have to do with Bigelow? Well, Bigelow has all of those things. Something everyone can enjoy. For example, English breakfast tea, chamomile, lemon, ginger. They have a tea that's called I Love Lemon. That, frankly, I love. Green tea, caffeinated, decaffeinated. You get the idea. So do what we do in our home, no matter what flavor you prefer, no matter what your preference is. Grab a mugful of your favorite Bigelow tea and tea proudly. That's Bigelow Tea, the official hot tea of the Boston Red Sox.
Cars for Kids, your trusted charity for car donations, also accepts donations of boats, RVs, motorcycles, and real estate. Call today, 877-CARS4KIDS.
Hey, it's Abe Zabolis, co-owner of Joyce Cooling and Heating in Nashua. We're celebrating our 30th anniversary, and with over 4,000 five-star Google reviews, Joyce is your go-to HVAC across New Hampshire and Northern Mass. Visit joycecool.com.
At Best Ford, our Labor Day sales event is going on now. For a limited time, you can drive home a new Ford for zero. Zero down, 0% financing, 0 payments for 90 days, 0 maintenance for 2 years, and leases starting at only $369 per month. Plus, we'll give you up to $2,500 over Kelly Blue Book on your trade. The best will sell first, so first shop the best at thebestford.com. Go to www.bestford.com/special event disclosures for full details.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Brad's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, where batteries are as low as $89.99. Sammy, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge. And Sammy does that for free too. In no time at all, Brad is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
The FM Championship is back at TPC Boston, August 28th through the 31st. Spend your Labor Day weekend watching the top LPGA athletes in action live. See world number 1 Nelly Korda, Boston natives Megan Kang and Alexa Pano, and defending champion Heyron Rude tee it up to battle it out. Who will take home the trophy and be crowned champion? Don't miss out on this exciting event. To buy tickets and learn more, visit fmchampionship.com today.
Remember all those ads for $5.29 college savings plans when you were growing up? Of course you don't. That was for your parents to worry about. But what do you know? Now you're the parent, and you can already hear the footsteps of college fast approaching. So this time, you might want to pay attention, because you can use a $5.29 to pay for tuition, room and board, and other qualified expenses. And there's no minimum investment or annual fees. Start saving for their education with a tax-advantaged MIFA U-Fund college investing plan. Learn more at fidelity.com/UFund. U-Fund College Investing Plan is offered by MIFA and managed by Fidelity Investments. If you or the designated beneficiary is not a Massachusetts resident, you may want to consider before investing whether your state or the beneficiary's home state offers its residents a plan with alternate state tax advantages or other state benefits such as financial aid, scholarship funds, and protection from creditors. Units of the portfolios are municipal securities and are subject to market volatility. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE and SIPC.
Now at McDonald's, wake up with a warm sausage McMuffin with egg for $3 and add any size iced coffee for just $1.29 during breakfast hours only. Price and participation may vary.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Roofing? Mario's. Siding? Mario's. Windows? Mario's. Skylights? Just call Mario's. Hey.
Most of the game, and then goes up there and jumps on the first pitch.
Well, that was the moment last night that should tickle your funny bone, along other areas.
Oh, I was tickled last night, Naz.
Roman Anthony with a home run in the ninth inning to blow the game open, and I say blow it open. It was 4-3 at that time, and I don't care what you say about Aroldis Chapman or, Garrett Whitlock. Both of them I like, and Aroldis Chapman is having a fabulous year. Ninth inning in Yankee Stadium is different.
Aaron Judge coming up.
It's different. And by the way, Chapman did not look that sharp last night. So he won. I mean, they won. He closed it out. He also had a 3-run lead. I think only half of his pitches were strikes. He threw 14 pitches. I think 7 of them missed the strike zone. Chapman was not his best last night. But the home run by Anthony took all the anxiety out of it. I think Chapman ended up having a 1-2-3 inning. I don't think anybody got on base. But the home run by Anthony made all the difference in the world. So before I get to your calls, and again, we do have a couple of open lines, 617-779-0985. Matt McCarthy, your thought on Roman Anthony's night?
Box office player. The guy's dynamite. I don't know what I liked more, the single up the middle or the home run in the ninth inning to blow the game open. That was a moment as a fan, Maz, that means something. I mean, in some ways, it is his big-time breakout moment in the same way that Devers' big-time breakout moment was off of Chapman in Yankee Stadium, the home run he hit, in 2017, 2018, going back 7-8 years ago now. Roman Anthony's the future and the present. Roman Anthony is, in many ways, the Red Sox. How can you not look at that guy, Maz, and say that he is special? He is such a special talent, and I've been saying this for a number of weeks now. We've really done him a disservice by lumping him in with Marcelo Meyer and Christian Campbell, prospects who have a lot of potential and I like. But come on, Maz. Anthony's on a different planet than those guys, and we should not talk about them as the big three. He's the big one. That's it. He's the guy.
So I'll tell you, we talked about this earlier, and I'll just mention this quickly because Roman Anthony, when he first came up to the big leagues, over his first 21 games, batted .200. And Christian Campbell did the opposite. Mm-hmm. Okay, Christian Campbell came up and out of the gate, at least in the regular season, started hitting the ball all over the place. And then after that, plummeted and got sent back to the minors and couldn't get himself out of it. When Anthony was struggling, it never felt like he was desperate.
Agreed.
He never lost composure. He sort of hung with it. The quality of his at-bats overall was pretty good. He had a couple of 4 strikeout games, and that might have even come after that. They were back-to-back. One was in Philadelphia, so that was after the All-Star break. So clearly it was, later on. But he didn't go into any kind of spin or funk, and I think he struck out 4 times in 2 games in a row or something like that. We'd have to look that up. And yet I can tell you that in his last 38 games, okay, now that's basically a quarter of a season, he's hitting .329 with an on-base of .450.
21 years old.
And he just got here. He does not look the least bit intimidated, nervous, anxious, overmatched, all of which Campbell did. And this is, the longer he stays, the better he gets. So the idea that this could still blow up, I don't think anybody feels that. And his performance last night, I thought there was, even the at-bat where he struck out against the lefty, Matt. Watch the second to last pitch. Might have been it was one of the last 2 or 3 pitches.
When it went 3-1 or 3-2?
He got a pitch that he wasn't going to be able to drive. It was in the strike zone, and he just kind of flicked it off, like just a foul ball. Mm-hmm. But the I don't know how to explain it. It's going to sound kind of silly, but it was just let me just fight this one off and get to the next pitch. And to see that sort of skill and presence, to me, it just struck me when he fouled it off. I said, he just literally flicked that pitch off. Like, nah, I'm not going to really try to hit this one hard because I can't. And I'm committed to swinging, so I'm just going to flip it off and go to the next one.
Right, you live to fight another pitch.
But it was a veteran kind of swing. I don't know any other way to say it. If you can go back and watch it, maybe I'll find it tonight and put it on Twitter, because it's just one of those little stupid things that you look at and go, "This was different."
The maturity with him, Maz, is what really jumps out. Is when he has a bad moment, it doesn't compound because he's mature enough. I mean, he strikes out against Hill, and then he comes back and hits the home run in the top of the 9th inning. That's just what he's done all year long. And for somebody like Campbell, that probably spirals a little bit. For somebody like Jarren Duran, that spirals. You're going to yell at a fan and, that thing. Man, Anthony, he just has it. There's no other way to say it. It is special and rare. And I want to make sure we're all appreciating how good he really is at 21. Because it's crazy how really good he is.
I mean, he's a massive X factor. The way he's performing in the middle of the lineup, because of that, they really haven't missed Devers as much as they might have otherwise. And, again, if you had Devers in there with him, who knows what you'd be.
He should have been here at the beginning of the year.
Eric and Reading on John Henry. Go ahead, Eric.
Now, 2/3 of the vaunted big three look like major duds. Myers got the wrist injuries a la Nomar. We know he's not particularly durable. It doesn't play 145-plus games a year. Campbell might look like an absolute fluke, maybe a 4A ball player, but the early signs aren't looking particularly good. Look, Roman looks good. It's great that they're doing well overall, but I still think we should sort of get on their case for 2/3 being duds, doing nothing, not really grabbing low until 2 days ago, and he's finally starting to hit. Okay, great, but they haven't really earned any leeway or benefit of the doubt. Thanks for letting me vent. Bye.
Yeah, so Eric, look, you're not wrong. Again, the Marcelo Meyer thing, I like the way Marcelo Meyer moves and looks, but the fact is the numbers weren't all that great, and you're 100% right about the injury factor. Campbell, I don't think we're going to see him again this year. Cora said he's still got some things he's got to clean up, and I don't think they want to bring him back into an environment where there's pressure.
No way.
Right? So it'd be the worst time. If they were out of it, maybe you could see him in the month of September, but with them in it, I don't think they're going to bring him back, Matt. Their minor league system overall, because this idea that Tolle is coming up and then Garcia's here, do you think these guys could have any sort of impact?
So I'm fascinated by Tolle because it feels like he could be an impact arm out of the bullpen. The only issue is he's a lefty. He's also young. I mean, he was drafted last year, so he doesn't have a lot of experience behind him. I'll certainly give it a look in September once the minor league season is done or pretty close to it. Garcia, I don't know. It feels like a platoon player. That one I'm not as excited about. I mean, I'm interested to get a look tonight, but I don't think he's going to have a huge impact on this team. Down the stretch. The Campbell thing, forget about it. No way. Don't bring him back. Not into a pennant race environment. That's going to introduce too much. The reports from Worcester are very mixed. Don't try to ruin the kid more than you already did. He wasn't ready in the first place. Don't do it again.
I'll tell you, if Garcia's only a platoon guy, I can live with that in the short term.
Oh, I can live with it in the short term too. I just don't expect too much from him. They also have a roster full of platoon guys. So is he really, when Ref Snyder comes back, do you want Garcia or Ref Snyder? I'll take Ref Snyder because I know what I'm getting in a playoff race.
Yeah, so look, if it gets one more righty in the lineup against a lefty, I'll take it. And I don't know who that would eliminate, whether it would eliminate Lowe or Duran or what have you, Yoshida, but I'll take it. I'll take the extra bat and take. Look, you're going to have to live with the platoon thing in 2025. Yeah. The roster's not going to change. Going forward, and the other thing is if he comes up and plays well, maybe you can trade him for something if you don't want him and you don't think there's a place for him in the big leagues. I know there are evaluators out there that believe that Garcia can play in the big leagues. He's hit both lefties and righties in the minors, but to start, obviously he's getting an opportunity tonight against a left-handed pitcher. I want to get to the Yankees too, because there's no way you can talk about this series without getting into how completely and utterly inept and downright stupid the Yankees were last night. Who's got the headlines here? Matt. Oh, McCarthy, Jesus. McCarthy's got your headlines. Don't go anywhere.
Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Red Sox and Yankees again tonight in the Bronx. Brian Bayo on the mound against Max Fried. The lineup is out. Righty heavy against the lefty. Gonzalez at first. Bregman, Anthony in right. Story. Ystingston Garcia making his major league debut, batting fifth tonight in center field, batting ahead of Jarren Duran, who's batting sixth. Cedron Rafael is at second. Nate Eaton is the DH, batting eighth. And Connor Wong, the catcher, batting ninth. Walker Buehler sent to the bullpen. Monday starter to be determined. Patriots lost to the Giants last night. Preseason blowout. Final game of the preseason. 14 players cut today, including R.J. Moten, Phil Lutz, Kyle Pecco, Cole Featheringham, Philip Bleedy. Tell me when we get to a guy you know. Ben Woolridge, gone, cut today. Jordan Polk, Monty Rice, Sidney So, Shane Watts, Jaheim Bell, Isaiah Bolden, Micah Bernard, and Tyrese Robinson. Commanders trading running back Brian Robinson Jr. to the 49ers for a 2026 sixth-round pick. Adam Schefter also reporting that the Vikings have reached out to the Panthers about potentially reuniting with wide receiver Adam Thielen. Headlines are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 15% off your drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Matt McCarthy on Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Your next update in 30 minutes.
You're listening to the Baseball Hour with Tony Maz.
Hey, it's Maz with this week's Bright Spot, powered by Boston Solar. Last night, while holding on to a 1-run lead in the ninth inning, Red Sox rookie Roman Anthony belted a 2-run home run to close out the Sox 6-3 win over the New York Yankees. Always make sure that you have enough power with Boston Solar. That's Boston built, Boston trusted, Boston Solar.
At Gulf, we're Red Sox fans just like you. We love Fenway. We love Fenway Franks. We love Wally. We even have a Green Monster replica. And at Gulf, we also love when the Red Sox win, especially on the road. So when the Red Sox win on the road this regular season, you win at the pump with Road Win Rewards. Save 10 cents off per gallon with Gulf Pay when the Red Sox win on the road. See Red Sox and Gulf Pay Road Win promotion terms and conditions. MasterCard accepted. Gulf is proud to be the official fuel partner of the Boston Red Sox.
Listen, I know all about injuries and pain from my playing days in the league, but you shouldn't. Not when you have a strong New England defense on your side. And you know who's been representing New Englanders for over 40 years? Jim Sokoloff. The guy's a real patriot, fighting for your rights. So if you or a loved one have been hurt by a doctor's mistake or your cancer wasn't diagnosed in time, your next play should be to call Sokoloff Law. The clock's running out. Get into the hurry-up offense. Pick up your phone and dial 1-800-CALL-JIM. Let Sokoloff Law make a play for you. That's 1-800-CALL-JIM. Hike. Hey, it's Zoe. 98.5 The Sports Hub is looking for our next Wendy's Junior broadcaster. Parents, tell us why your child is the biggest football fan. It should be the next Wendy's Junior broadcaster. One lucky winner is going to score game tickets, a game day visit to the broadcast booth, a Sports Hub in-studio experience, autographed team merch, and cool Wendy's swag. For the chance to win, visit 985thesportshub.com. You got to do that to register, and stop by Wendy's to find your fave Wendy's Frosty flavor. Pick from all the new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. For a fresh way to Frosty, you got to be Wendy's.
No purchase required for entry. Contest ends 8/31. See station website for details.
Hey, it's Maz, and if you haven't heard of Pinned Golf yet, listen closely. Based right here in Boston, they are on a mission to help you play better and have more fun on the course. From the Prism Plus rangefinder to their brand new product, the Caddy, the first ever portable GPS tablet built just for golf. Pinned is helping you dial in every shot, and this August, to celebrate National Golf Month, they are hooking you up with a free gift with every purchase, some worth up to $150. Go to pinnedgolf.com and use the code MAZ for 15% off and grab your free gift while it lasts. That's PINNED Golf. The future of golf is here.
There's a lot to love about. There's a lot to love about you.
Don't miss the Subaru of New England, a lot to love event. Get more of what you value most with the trusted 2025 Subaru Outback with symmetrical all-wheel drive. Buy with 0.9% financing for up to 36 months or lease for just $255 per month for 36 months with $42.54 due at signing. Built for your next adventure, the 2025 Outback features standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and Subaru's reliable engineering that combines adventurous capability with state-of-the-art safety. Love all the trusted 2025 Subaru Outback has to offer. Buy with 0.9% financing for up to 36 months or lease for just $255 per month with $42.54 due at signing. You don't want to miss the Subaru of New England, a lot to love event.
Hey, it's Felger here, and there's nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside iced tea and vodka or Surfside lemonade and vodka to break the heat. Surfside is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. It's not a seltzer, it's a Surfside. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Let's go.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hey, get ahead of the cold. Schedule your $89 gas heating check with Rodenizer Home Services and do it today.
This is a public service announcement from 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Think of your family, your friends, and then call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Quit smoking, not just for yourself, but for the ones you love and love you. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
He's a baseball savant. Tony Maz and the Baseball Hour on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Line drive right center field. That's headed for the gap. All the Trevor Story's headed for the plate, and the newest Red Sox has come through again in the clutch. Tied the game in the 9th inning on Tuesday night, and he breaks the tie in the 7th in his first Yankees-Red Sox game.
Big hit by Nathaniel Lowe last night should not be overlooked. Easy thing to lose with everything else that was going on. Length of the game, the performance of the bullpen, Roman Anthony obviously a big part of that, David Hamilton falling asleep, the Yankees chucking the ball all over the place. But Lowe has played 2 games with the Red Sox. He's hit a game-tying home run in the 9th inning and a go-ahead double that scored Trevor Story last night. That was the game-winning run. So two big contributions right out of the gate. I don't think he's not in the lineup at all tonight, right? Because Garcia's in there.
Yeah, he struggles against lefties.
Yeah,
and I mean, I'll be really interested to see how much Cora platoons him. We know he loves Gonzalez. Gonzalez mashes lefties, so that's an interesting one. I will just say quickly about Lowe. He's about as real a guy as you can get designated for assignment in August.
I agree.
It feels to me like the Red Sox got lucky on this one, really lucky on this one, and maybe he just underperformed in Washington because that team was not serious. They were not legit. This guy's been a good player, and he's a good fielder too, Maz. Do not overlook that. He hits righties, and he's a good fielder.
So, no, I know that in his career, he won a Gold Glove when he was with Texas, I think it was, right?
Yeah, Silver Slugger there, too.
Jimmy Stewart, just quickly, is Garcia playing center field tonight?
He is.
Yep.
Is he a center fielder?
He has played center field in Worcester.
Okay, I got to keep an eye on this.
Goes to show you what they think of Duran.
I don't know.
Although, that being said, it's a big left field at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to watch this. He doesn't strike me as having the build of a center fielder. Maybe that doesn't mean anything. Kirby Puckett didn't have the build of a center fielder either. I could name a million guys. But I don't know. I got to watch that one, see how it goes. Let's take a couple of calls here. And then I'm going to get to the Yankees quickly. But Pete and Milton. Pete, go ahead.
Anthony, Trevor Story worries me a little bit at shortstop. You had mentioned a couple hours ago on the previous show, you had mentioned the pop-up that he looked a little league-ish, Babe Ruth-ish, how he reacted to it. I wonder, if you can recall that play, I wonder, though, how much you expect Duran to charge at that ball, because even Duran seems to come up short, and then all of a sudden it's who's doing what, and no one knows. Two, do you think Roman Anthony gets plunked tonight?
Okay, so we'll get to the Anthony thing later. We talked about him earlier a little bit. Jimmy Stewart, what did you think about that ball that dropped into short left center field that Story missed?
That should have been Jarren Duran's. He's a leader on this team. He's coming towards the baseball. It shouldn't have been Trevor Story, who's diving, trying to make a great, spectacular back to home plate catch. That's Duran's ball. He's got the speed. He's got the awareness. I'm told he's a great outfielder. I'm told he's a great center fielder. I'm told he should have won a Gold Glove, a Platinum Glove last year. When do I see it? Because on the Stu tracker, he's now at minus 23 plays defensively this year.
McCarthy?
Jimmy, if you're counting on Jarren Duran to make a play, you are screwed. So that's why Story.
I'm just telling you what the manager tells me.
Story wasn't good enough on that play.
Really?
Turned his back. Story wasn't good enough on that play.
So look,
now, Jimmy, that should be Jarren Duran's ball. He's not there because he's hesitant, because he doesn't know how to track fly balls. Story also knows that. He knows his left fielder can't play, which is why he's out there.
Can I give Jarren Duran some advice? Hey, Trevor, I got this one.
So can I tell you, you're both right.
Thank you.
Duran, if he busts his ass and hustles in there, it's his play.
He won't.
Okay. But given that he wasn't there, let me ask it to you this way with regard to Story. If Ceddanne Raphael is playing shortstop, does he catch it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That being said, and I'm not in the business of defending Trevor Story, I'm not concerned about his defense. It was a bad play last night. It's the least of my worries with him.
How'd you like his at-bats with men on base?
Oh, God. Awful.
Terrible.
Awful.
So this is my complaint about Trevor Story. You want to tell me he's hitting at the bottom of your lineup? He's your number 7 hitter? Fine. No problem. All good. He's hitting in the middle of your batting order and you're asking him to come through in key spots against good pitching, against good teams? Forget it.
Leads the team in RBIs, Tony.
No chance, right. And in late and close situations, he's one of the 2 worst.
And that's
he's going to get MVP votes, Tony.
Along with Jarren Duran. David in North Providence. Go ahead, David.
How you doing tonight?
Good.
I think Cora made a good move putting Roman Anthony batting third tonight. you should keep him in the third spot to drive in runs or put him in the fifth spot. Do not lead him off. You're wasting his talent leading them off. Thank you.
Okay, so, David, I disagree with you. And I like Anthony. Ideally, he is going to be in the middle of the lineup. But as I just told you a couple of minutes ago, his on-base percentage in the last 40 games, 38 games, I think it was, is 450. 450. And in terms of the run production, and I recognize that where he's coming up now, but remember, he hasn't been batting leadoff the whole time. This is only in the last few weeks. His run production's not quite there yet in terms of he's not hitting a ton of home runs, and I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you what the reality is. Okay, he's getting on base a lot. He's walking like crazy, and he's hitting for a good average. But he's not producing runs at a middle-of-the-order kind of bat yet. So if you were to have one criticism or critique of Roman Anthony's performance thus far relative to what you think it's going to be, you would say he has not even begun to scratch the surface of what he's going to be as a run producer.
So the caller's right. Your best hitter should bat third. I will die on that hill. I know I've lost that battle. We've lost that battle in baseball. That being said, in some ways, the story here, Tony, is that Jarren Duran lost the leadoff job.
Bingo.
Not that Roman Anthony took it. Now,
correct.
Cora has two good hitters. He has Anthony and Duran. Anthony and Bregman. So what he's doing is he's taking the guy with the highest on-base percentage, and he's batting him leadoff, and he's batting Bregman after that, and then after that, you hope and pray. You do. And what else are they going to do?
Yeah, so look, and again, the idea of putting Gonzalez in the leadoff spot when it's a left-hander allows you to move Anthony down there a little bit. He's shown some ability to hit left-handers. And look, let's face it, you're playing in New York. So anything in the air to right field's a home run or pretty close to it. And, so you're going to have Anthony in the lineup every day. I don't mind Cora bouncing him around a little bit. And right now, don't put a lot of pressure on him. Like, let's not introduce, I think Anthony could handle it, but let's not introduce variables that you don't need to introduce. If he's doing well in the leadoff spot, leave him there.
It's working.
So, anyway, 617-779-0985. We will get back to your calls. We'll get to the Yankees. And I also want to get to Alex Cora made a comment after last night's game that I think is worth keeping in mind for the rest of the weekend. We'll get to that as well.
This is the Baseball Hour on the Sports Hub.
Hey, it's Maz reminding you that we are giving away a truck here at 98.5, and thanks to our friends at McGovern Ford, the F-150 giveaway. So the latest candidate to win that truck is the Instagram username Zilla.L1FTZ. You got that, Jimmy Stewart? Zilla, Zilla .L1FTZ. You now have 985 seconds. That's 16 minutes and 25 seconds. You have 985 seconds to call us back on the contest line, which is 617-931-0985. 617-931-0985. Zilla.L1FTZ. If you call in that period of time, you qualify to win a 2025 F-150 from McGovern Automotive Group at 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Save on best of season produce at Whole Foods Market. Get organic yellow peaches or nectarines for $2.99 per pound with Prime through August 26th. Enjoy the sweetest and juiciest fruit of the summer. While supplies last, shop in-store or online. Terms apply.
Hey, it's Beetle from my good friends at 495 Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Lowell. From game day tailgates to school drop-offs, the 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4x4 is your ticket to ride. Returning lease customers can lease it now for as low as $299 a month for 24 months with $39.95 due at signing, or buy it starting at $40,500. It's the Make This the Summer event. Drive a new Jeep Grand Cherokee 4x4 starting at $299 per month for 24 months with $39.95 due at signing. See my friend Tony and his team at 495 Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Lowell, or visit 495jeep.com. Tell him Beatles sent you.
Comcast Business High Five Hotline. What's the state of your excitement?
I signed my business up for the 5-year price lock guarantee, and I can't stop high-fiving people. High five!
Okay, deep breath.
High five.
You're in a good place. You signed your business up for 5 years of gig speed internet and advanced security, all on our ultra-reliable network.
Gig speeds and advanced security. security? I'm so stoked.
Yep, and you get it at a great rate that's locked in for 5 years.
Woo!
The high five is just your body's way of saying, I'm winning.
So this is natural.
High-fiving everyone you see in a state of business savings enthusiasm? Totally natural.
Sweet. Thank you. High five, everybody. High five.
The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee is back, but only for a limited time, so sign your business up today.
High five.
Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/21/25 for new customers with qualifying bundle. Current customers may be eligible depending on services and area. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
For the best deal on tires, head to Town Fair Tire. We beat every competitor every day on every tire. Tire dealers, we beat them. Clubs, we beat them. Online prices, we beat them. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire. Let's go.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Brad's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, where batteries are as low as $89.99. Sammy, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge. And Sammy does that for free too. In no time at all, Brad is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You gotta try the new burgers at the Nines, like the new Bourbon Onion Burger. Their half-pound 100% American Angus beef is sure to please. You gotta love the Nines.
Baseball Hour tonight brought to you by Super Service Today, Massachusetts' #1 provider for residential and commercial plumbing, heating, cooling, and drain cleaning, day or night. Always done right. Visit superservicetoday.com.
You can help create a more peaceful community through the Louis D. Brown Peace Institute. Support the services, advocacy, and training they provide to transform society's response to homicide. Give today or volunteer at ldbpeaceinstitute.org.
He's a baseball savant. Tony Maz and the Baseball Hour on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
All right, here's Cedon with Massa Instance. This one he makes the play on. The second for one and to the seats for two for Rafaela.
Oh, those are the kind of things you can slug your way to a lot of wins, but man, you got to make some defensive plays, especially double plays.
One of the worst throws you'll ever see a second baseman make.
Well, a couple of errors here. Throw by the catcher, Ben Rice.
Yep.
And the play by Jazz Chisholm that we just played were two of the worst throws I think I've seen in a long time. Chisholm overthrew the first baseman by 10 feet. I mean,
Knoblockian.
It was, but Knobloch sometimes used to yank him in the dirt. Felger and Murray were talking about this, like the Chisholm has the thing, the ability
the
the yips, I hadn't heard that. It's entirely possible. I would tell you, though, that typically when a guy has the yips, the ball gets spiked. It goes into the dirt or it goes wide left, wide right, because he's like afraid to let it go. This was the opposite. this like
no fear.
I'd call it airmail. It was like to call it FedEx would be an insult to FedEx. This thing was so freaking high. It wasn't even funny. And Ben Rice, the catcher, did a similar thing on a stolen base, although he tried to throw from his knees and looked like he couldn't get it there and just, kind of heaved it into center field. So the throws were god-awful. God-awful. The Yankees had a big hand in the outcome of that game last night, and their inability to throw strikes, frankly, their inability to throw. Can we just say that? Whether it was from the mound or anywhere else, how many people made bad throws or pitches?
Oh, it was, unbelievable.
It was ridiculous.
Wildly entertaining game, though. That was a Picasso of suck last night on both sides, which is why I was totally into it. Real quick, though, Maz, on Doval.
Yeah.
I know you feel the same way about pitchers like Doval as I do. There is nothing more offensive to me in the sport of baseball than some dude with great stuff who has no idea where it's going and just pulls the baseball out of his ass and then throws out of his ass because his head is firmly lodged up there. That Doval is a bum's bum, and he's not cut out for that scene. He's not cut out for New York. I texted my buddy who's a Giants fan last night. Am I staying up to watch much of Doval? No, I've seen him before, and I'm like, I know he's got good stuff. I said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to watch this guy. He has no idea where it's going. More importantly, he has no idea what he's doing on the mound. David Hamilton made him panic last night. David Hamilton, the guy who got picked off because he doesn't know what the hell he's doing, made Doval not know what he's doing because Doval doesn't know what he's doing anytime, period. Great stuff. That dude's not cut out for it, and I'm going to tell you right now, take it to the bank. Put your money on it if there's a way to bet on this. That dude is going to have some type of epic meltdown in October because he just has that thing in him.
A guy like that has no real skill. As how I would like. There's no refinement that has been made or done to his abilities. Zero. It's just, and guys like that are the worst. To me, they shouldn't even be in the big leagues. I don't care how hard they throw. If they're just up there whipping them out of their ass, then what is the point of having them on the field? Because to me, there's going to be, and this is what I felt about Chapman before this year. Chapman shut me up. Chapman's been good this year. He figured it out. Last night he wasn't great, but overall, I never thought Roldis Chapman throws strikes like he's throwing them now. The other thing I'm going to get to, because of all of that suck, whether it was Doval, whether it was Jazz Chisholm, whether it was Ben Rice, or the parade of relievers that the Yankees sent out there, including, by the way, Luis Hill, who started the game and couldn't throw strikes.
Awful last night.
There were 14 walks in the game. The Yankees walked 9. The Red Sox walked 5.
Justin Wilson tried to walk everybody.
Which is way too many. The game took a 9-inning game in the pitch clock era. Took 3 hours and 25 minutes. It was the longest 9-inning game of the season for the Red Sox, hearkening back to a different time and different era where the Red Sox and Yankees routinely, 3:25 back then would have been fast. But they used to play 3:45, 4-hour games routinely when they played. This is an important series. Alex Cora thinks there's more of this coming.
How strange a game was that, just the running for scoring position and still finding a way to win? Yeah, we got the line moving, which is good. Now we got to score. I think offensively we did a good job controlling the strike zone. That was a positive. We haven't done that in a while. And obviously the big swing at the end. But, we just kept grinding with them. It felt like back in the day, like the games are going to take forever. I was just telling Brandon that recovery is a must this weekend because it feels like every game is going to be a grind.
Okay, and Brandon is one of the Red Sox trainers. So, I agree. I think this thing's going to be a slog. So, Bayo to me scares me in New York tonight. Let me just say this has nothing to do with Max Fried. Bayo, when he's off, is susceptible to left-handed batters, and in that ballpark, that's a bad combination. Now, I hope I'm wrong. I hope he has his stuff. But if he doesn't, it could be a freaking fireworks show down there. And before we go, I have one more thing I just want to add. And I'm sorry, man, I'm
do your thing,
rambling on here. This relates to both of us. Last segment, when I gave you the starting lineup, Yostinson Garcia was in center field, and I went, Jimmy, I asked you the question, Jimmy, is he in center field?
Yes.
McCarthy, what did you say during the last break?
Not anymore. Yostinson Garcia, right field. Roman Anthony going to DH tonight. They're moving Eaton to center field. The influence and the power of Maz extends beyond These four walls.
Okay, I wasn't going that far, but I was just going to
made them change
say.
it.
Okay, I was just going to say.
You texted John Henry, didn't you?
No, I'd love to tell you, Jimmy, that I have that kind of pull. But I was just going to say.
He didn't deny it.
See, I don't make it up. I don't just make it up and say something negative because it's negative. When I saw Stinson Garcia hit in spring training, and he got a lot of hype, he's not built like a center fielder. He doesn't look like an athlete to me. Now, again, that doesn't mean anything. There are lots of guys who have played in the outfield that weren't built like athletes that were good outfielders. But that guy doesn't look like a guy who should be playing center field at Yankee Stadium. I expressed that.
To John Henry.
So, and little do you know that sure enough, he ended up being in right field tonight. And right field at Yankee Stadium is one of the easiest outfields to play.
Second opportunity for him to deny it. He has not denied it.
I agree.
So I'm just saying, let's see what he looks like in the outfield. There's just showing the Jazz Chisholm play again here on ESPN.
Sweet Jesus.
Holy
it's worse
crap.
every time I watch
It's unbelievable.
Joe Milton looks at that throw and goes, wow, that's a great throw.
I mean, look at that. Really? That's like, hit bull, win steak. Holy crap, what a freaking airmail that was. Matt McCarthy, thank you as always.
Hey, enjoy this weekend. Should be a fun weekend of baseball.
Tyler Milliken, I presume, will be back on the midday show next week. I know he couldn't come in today, so just a quick message out to Tyler that I know he needed the day off. Yeah. So hang in there, Tyler. And we will catch everybody on Monday. Have a good weekend.
From the Telfair Time Studios, WBZ HD1. It's not just the games. It's Toucher and Hardy, Zolak and Bertrand, Felger and Maz, Joe Murray. For Boston sports fans, it's 98.5, the Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group Station. Sports Hub headlines. Presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Red Sox and Yankees tonight in the Bronx. Brian Bayo on the mound against Max Fried. Yostinson Garcia now going to play right field, making his Major League debut, batting fifth for Boston. Walker Buehler sent to the bullpen. Monday starter TBD. Patriots lost last night to the Giants. Also, roster cuts today. 14 players released. R.J. Moten, Phil Lutz, Kyle Pecco, Cole Featheringham, Philip Bleedy, Ben Woolridge. Cut after his playing the whole game last night. Jordan Polk, Monty Rice, Sidney So, Shane Watts, Jaheim Bell, Isaiah Bolden, Micah Bernard, Tyrese Robinson. Washington Commanders trading running back Brian Robinson to the San Francisco 49ers for a 6th-round pick. Headlines are brought to you by Joyce Cooling and Heating in Nashua. For 30 years and with over 4,000 5-star Google reviews, Joyce is the region's trusted name for HVAC installation, repair, and maintenance. If your AC goes out, schedule at joycecool.com. I'm Matt McCarthy on Boston.